Hello everyone. So it's so weird that I posted a video in this channel, the ENFP podcast thingy, and I saw it was like 7 months ago, and I haven't done anything to give it a sequel or something. And yeah, it just happened to have like 15 views or so, and I don't care though. I listened to it today, and oh my gosh, my voice is so youthful. Oh my gosh, baby. Maybe me. And anyways, it's just that. Um, I don't know. I just feel like, even though of course I am I think very the person who likes that podcast for myself. I think the growth. The growth that I get from listening to it, like, oh, she's so baby. She just know this thing and that, and might still be emotional around that time, because I know I'm emotional around that time. But right now, oh my gosh, I would like to say to that say to that baby in a beat that, oh, you're okay now, girl. You're a lady now and not a baby. So yeah, I just wanted to I mean still do podcasting, but I don't want to do it like the usual traditional proper way. So you can hear me just do I mean just speak whatever, like no cup perfectionism. Despite that I have tea. But I think when it comes to like a personal podcast or something, it's fine to just be really unfiltered. And also, I'm doing this recording while I'm cleaning, so yeah, multitasking and purposeful. So yeah, I do not even know what to talk to in regards to a topic. Maybe about growth, ENFP growth, or if ever I'm the perfectionistic side of myself, it's more on the ENFP podcast number one should be about the history, which I did in the previous one, but I feel like that's like so silly. That was so silly. I don't think that it is actually like a real podcast. But I don't know if ever I will name this as the ENFP podcast too. I don't know. I'm just going to think about that later. So what you as topic? I know. I just would like to feel a little of my unfiltered stuff in my YouTube channel here. Let me really, yeah, little silliness and unfiltered of it, because actually I'm planning to make serious content about the MBTI soon. But I will just put some unfiltered ones, because the NP can't stop being that way. Like, it's so rare that some NP are not true to themselves, though there could be because of the FE critic. But most NP are like really unfiltered or authentic. That's what I love about them. So yeah, just going to sweep the floor. Okay, I'm just going to talk about growth. Especially it's August. And there's something significant that happened to me August 2022. And it's also in the sense where I re-met, or rediscover MBTI, in which I mentioned in my NFP podcast one. Silly. So back around that time, I'm really having a hard time, super duper hard time. It's also like eclipse season, and if ever you know astrology, you're kind of like a witch or something, though I'm not. It's just that the energy is intense, and I'm experiencing like so many towers collapsing in my life right now. Oh my gosh. I mean, erase that. That's not right. I'm having a good life right now. It's just, I would like to say that the growth of it, I've grown so much. And despite that there's like some parts of me that's still missing, or that I'm wanting to either revive or create or feel again. But I mean, I think ENFP growth could be powerful. Like it could be no other. You know, this type, they are very, very just so cinnamon bun people. They're in their FI a lot as well, like the INFP, but since their first and hero function is the envy, instead of really get drawn with their feelings a lot, which they can also do. We can also do that. But since we have like NE shield, yeah, you know, we always bounce back in life and be our usual or optimistic, silly self, despite that sometimes when we are in our FI and struggling, altogether add the unhealthy SI, we just wanted to be like, there are times that I just wanted to be like a cold person, like a little heartless one, or someone that doesn't care. But oh my gosh, even though I said that in my mind or planned for it, no, I am still ENFP. And this is like the paradox of ENFP. It's really good. It's a good feeling that I'm optimistic and that I feel so much and that I appreciate all things and I'm grateful of all things. And yeah, you know that feels. But then when something happened that is not so good, we fall apart and I'm super duper rock bottom pessimism. And then we just like made our mind around times of pessimism that we're not going to do this and that and that and that. And then some stuff. I mean, if that particular situation ended and we feel like the universe is blessing us again and that we feel like okay again, and then oh my gosh, the manic episode. I mean, you know, NFP, even though with ADHD or bipolarity, I mean, most do, but you know, we have like our own manic episode with our any. and I can't s- and I can't stick to a cold character. Maybe if I turned really heartless though. Like, you know, there's also a possible chance that an ENFP could really grow dark. But bless me, I'm not yet that, or will not be that, but I don't know. Okay, so this is just rant and yeah, as I mentioned, I'm cleaning, but I'm stopping because I am being overwhelmed by my emotion talking to this. And also, yeah, I'm an ENFP function independent in with really super duper duper available active friend that I can share my yaps for so many times talking of that. So I think this is like an alternative way for that, and I don't mind. Oh my gosh, I have really grown so much. And there's a lot of things I would like to share in a person if ever they wanted like to have some growth or something. But yeah, you know, this is like the optimistic version of ENFP that really just think of the positive stuff, and yeah, if ever some bad stuff happened, we crumble again into dust and dark. And then okay. Cycle. But to be honest, it's hard being an ENFP. Despite that they say that this is like super good MBTI to have. Oh my gosh, you don't know how it feels to be an ENFP despite of us looking so happy and all and optimistic and creative and you know, and even though we are so like emotionally available or open or have our hearts on our sleeves, yeah, of course we also get hurt, but we don't let that take over us for so long. Maybe that's the function of that, like not giving us like a solid fear of redoing something again because we mostly just forget things. But we feel that we get hurt sometimes. I mean, there are rare times and if we can literally get super duper traumatic, depressed, angry, but we can eventually move on. And even though I've gotten hurt from the past, God might still trust, God might still believe in care or love. or the goodness, because that's how we are designed. And it's a good, like, oh my gosh, holy being. But it's hard. Aww. That expression where you're like cry, like you're in the urge of crying, but you're like smiling and laughing. That's the NFP stuff. And this is how I talk to myself when I'm alone, and I'm alone right now. I'm really cleaning, but also not really doing some efficient cleaning because I am talking to the recording. Okay, so it's just because I don't know the topic. That's why I'm all over the place. But that's yeah, inner something of an NFP. Yeah. Um, I don't know what to put in the title of this. This is not even a podcast. Or is it? It's just like a yap. Maybe I will just use that. Sure. A yapping ENFP. Okay. So yeah. Maybe later I will be pessimistic again. Okay. I mean, when I am in that kind of emotion spectrum, I just enjoy it as it goes, as it lasts. But we cannot stop romanticizing the bad stuff or the pessimistic emotion that sometimes you also feel. So it's really hard. It's like our emotion is like an empty stomach when we are in a pessimistic state. Super duper empty stomach. But then when we are in this manic episode, or I mean any stuff, or where we are so optimistic and so positive and all all of the rainbow sunshine in a bee, we're like eating a lot of foods and our stomach is so stuffed and it's like going to explode. Yeah, oh my gosh, I'm manic. Oh my gosh, I wonder if I wonder if my neighbors can hear me up because I forgot the window is open. But I don't care. You don't have to care about what people say anyways. Cause, you know, it's your life. It's yourself. Who's living here? It's yourself. Right? Plus, people don't pay your bills. Plus, people only care about themselves. Plus, enjoy life. Why should let them write the story for you when you have your own story in mind? I'm so weird. Aww. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe there's a little gaps of silence here in the upcoming little minutes because we are really clean. Or maybe I should just stop the recording. Okay, that's it.